The story of Hazrat Zainab, radiyallahu anha. Chapter 10, Topic 10, Part 2. In spite of all this, when the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, asked Hazrat Zainab, radiyallahu anha's, opinion about Hazrat Aisha, radiyallahu anha, in the matter of the slander against Hazrat Aisha, radiyallahu anha, she said, I find everything good in Aisha. Look at her integrity and strong character. Had she wished, she could have harmed the reputation of her rival and lowered her, in the eyes of their common husband, who loved Hazrat Aisha, radiyallahu anha, so much. On the other hand, she praised her in very strong words. Hazrat Zainab, radiyallahu anha, was a very pious lady. She fasted very often and would say her nafil salat very frequently. She earned by working with her hands, and spent all that she earned in the path of Allah. At the time of the Prophet's death, his wives asked him, "Which of us will join you first?" He said, "The one with long arms." They began to measure their arms with a stick. They, however, came to know later that long hands symbolized lavish spending in charity. Hazrat Zainab, radiyallahu anha, was indeed the first to die after the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Baraza, radiyallahu anhu, narrates, Hazrat Umar, radiyallahu anhu, decided to pay an annual allowance to the Ummahat ul Mu'minin from the Baytul Mal. He sent 12,000 dirhams to Hazrat Zainab, radiyallahu anha, through me as her share. She thought that it was for all of them, and said to me, Umar should have asked somebody else to distribute this money. I said, it is the annual share for you alone. She asked me to throw it in the corner of a room and cover it with a piece of cloth. Then she mentioned the names of some poor persons, widows and her relatives, and asked me to give one handful to each of them. After I had distributed as desired, some money was still left under the cloth. I expressed a desire to have something for myself. She said, "You take the rest." I counted the money. It was 84 dirhams. Then she lifted her hands in prayer and said, "Oh, Allah, keep this money away from me, for it brings temptation." She died before the allowance for the next year could be paid to her.